Clearly, you have a problem with listening. When it comes to paying attention for prolonged periods of time, while your lady is talking to you about something important or something she needs help with or something she just needs you to support her through. Bet!
What? Oh, sorry, I thought you were just you needed to, talk forever.
I was talking.
Forever. In 2015, Men's Health did a study with over 1,000 women between the ages of 21 and 54. And they essentially asked them to rank the qualities that make a guy hot. The number one character trait they identified? Faithfulness. The number one personality trait? Sense of humor. The number one physical attribute? Personal style, apparently, not, so they lied. And the number one practical skill? Listening. Being a good listener was the number one ranked practical skill amongst women that make a guy hot. So, with these surveys, a lot of the time the answer is kind of the thing they most recently didn't have. So you take it with a grain of salt, but still, you hear this a lot. So the question is, are men like that usually? Are women always just stuck with dudes with wax in their ears?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
One study of more than 2,000 men showed that a man will tune out his female partner in just about 6 minutes, but when he's with his friends, he'll go for a full 15. Another survey performed by the Associated Press in 2010 showed that 1/3 of married women with pets believe that their pets are better listeners than their husbands.
Listen, if I was dating some chick who actually thought their poodle wanted to hear the end of the dress return story, I probably tune her out all the time too. There are some explanations for why this is in fact a reality. One of them, of course, biology. As we've talked about before, men's brains react differently when they're getting information than women's do. So they've studied men's brains using fMRI machines, and they've shown that when they're getting information, they're getting audio and they're hearing words and language, they only process it with the left side of their brain. Women, though, use both sides of their brain when they're hearing the information to compute all of it.
We've talked about this before. Women are dual braining, and men, you just one side all day. Do you even use the right side of your brain?
Yeah.
Some experts in the space also identify behavioral and cultural explanations. You see, women are used to doing most of the talking. We've discussed in a previous episode that women are big talkers, and when they get together with their best friends, what they do most is talk and share. But when men get together with their male friends, they don't talk, they do. They play poker games and go to ball games and go on road trips. So when a male and female partner up and now this man is her best friend, she's going to take a downgrade in the listening department simply because talking and sharing and listening just isn't what a man is used to.
But I want to go back to the biology thing, because while it is biology, I think it really builds up to potentially a misunderstanding on whether or not we are in fact listening. I think maybe there's just some confusion. Remember what I said about the left brain and the right brain? So when guys hear language, they use the left brain, and that's the part of the brain that's often associated with mathematics and pattern recognition and essentially problem solving. So when a guy hears a woman talk, he's processing data. It's like this linear process of, okay, information, response, information, and there's computation going on. Whereas when a woman's listening, she's using the creative side of her brain as well, which allows her to have a broader set of responses. She can be more creative with how she responds to the information. So part of the problem might be that guys are listening, but because they just don't have as much to say because they can't figure out the problem that's being solved, it doesn't seem like we're listening.
I would agree that every once in a while your man does listen to you. What I need is eye contact. We have established that men compartmentalize things in their brain and they monotrack, meaning they really can only focus on one thing at a time. So when I'm at dinner with my partner and he looks down on his cell phone to text and claims that he's still listening to me, I know that is biologically impossible. If your head is down and your eyes and brain are focused on your text message, you are not hearing me anymore. So men, if you want to pretend like you're listening, the least you can do is look me in the face.
It's the classic, no, I'm listening.
Yeah.
No, you're not! Ladies, we hope you've enjoyed listening to this piece. And guys, I hope you've enjoyed staring at Liza's tits while a bunch of white noise comes out of her mouth.
Forever! You and your 3 sentences. No, repeat what I just said. Oh, you're listening? I've said that 100 times in my life. Really? What'd I just say?